It's now time for the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, iTunes, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and the MikeWagnerShow.com. Mike brings you great guests and interesting people from all across the globe. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another great episode of the Mike Wagner Show.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs at below the competition way. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 10% off your first order. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. You can check our Facebook page at Facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, Radio Public, iTunes, Google Play, Apple, Deezer, Stitcher, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. We're here with a wonderful singer from the Florida area. She's based in the New York, New Jersey area, graduated from audio engineer and music production school, and she's got a couple of big hits out there, and we're going to play one of them as well too, which does rule. And also talk about her debut singer. She's been singing since the age of 4 and writing at 8, and just an amazing talent that's coming up as well too, and describes it as a form of therapy. We'll talk about that, and live from beautiful Florida as well. And we're going to introduce one of the next singer-songwriters of our generation. Ladies and gentlemen, live with us, Juliah. Juliah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
Hi, Mike. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Anytime. So you've been singing since 4 years old. You've been writing at 8. You're based in New York, New Jersey, and you graduate from audio engineering and music production school. And you also have music as sort of a therapy, and you just simply want to take them to your world, basically. And before we get into all that, and where you have a single that just rules, tell us how you got started.
Yeah, so all that you just said, it's correct. I've been singing pretty much very small, and when I say kind of a therapy, just because music is it's usually what I do whenever I have a tough time. I just sit down and write, and then that's usually what my song ends up coming from that. And then Rule is actually came up from a tough situation as well, where I just was going through a tough time, and then it's basically about not giving up and not just ruling everything,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it sounds like you've been through a lot as well, too. And what was one moment that influenced you into singing and writing and getting into more into your music and engineering and everything else? What's that one precise moment for you?
Yeah, so I when I was around 10, that's when I actually decided that music is what I wanted to do. Going to school for music and learning how to produce and how to take out the ideas that I had in my head. And then I'm actually from Brazil.
Oh, okay. So, nice.
Yeah. So when I was 17, I decided to come to the U.S. to finish education and then go to music school.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. I would have, talked a little Brazilian with you. And what was life in Brazil before coming to the United States?
It was all right. I left kind of early, 17, but I had a great life there. Have family there. It's always fun. It's very hot, I'll tell you.
and of course, a lot of music as well, too. And of course, who are some of your favorite artists and singers that you grew up listening to, even in Brazil?
Yeah, so, Brazilian music, honestly, I love bossa nova, samba, all kinds of old cultured Brazilian music. It's very important and very influential to me. And then my influences go from, pop from the 80s that my mom would put on the radio, and then rock, and like Brazilian rock that my dad would put on the radio. And it goes to my generation, obviously. So one of my biggest influences are Taylor Swift, Ed Sheeran from my generation, and then from back in the days, I can say like Elton John, Bee Gees. They're all very important in my music career.
Mm-hmm. And also, what did your mom and dad listen to, particular when it comes to singers and groups?
Honestly, like I said, I gave you an example of Bee Gees and Elton John, but I'll tell you that was pretty much it, because we came from like a religious family, so they would listen to gospel a lot. So I grew up listening to a lot of gospel.
Interesting, because I figured that you would have some Brazilian music as well, like Tito Puente, Sergio Mendes, and all the Brazilian artists and everything else. And that's amazing, Brazilian gospel. I've never heard of that.
Right? Yeah. I mean, it was basically like very unknown music, church groups and names. But all those names that you just said, they're all a huge part in my musical life as well.
Okay. All right, well, that sounds pretty good as well, too. We'll talk about your new single as well, too, along with your debut single and what you got coming up. You listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs at below the competition rate. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 10% off your first order. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on themikewagnershow.com. You can check our Facebook page at facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, iTunes, Radio Public, Google, Apple Play, and more. Subscribe to The Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel and take The Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. We're here with Juliah. She grew up, born and raised in Brazil, came to New York, New Jersey, and graduated from audio engineering and music production school. Currently in Florida, and she's got a new single out you can listen to on every platform. Here's Rule, and She Likes to Rule, right here on The Mike Wagner Show.
Fire burning, flames and sparks. When we touch, we can go far. Roller coaster, high then low, rounding motion. I wanna stay the whole ride, on the trail of your eyes. Just don't let the flames die. Don't let the flames die. Don't let it die. We can hold it up. Hold it up. We've been so high. Now it's time to go back to the top. 'Cause you and I can rule it out. Through sleepless nights we're standing tall. We got that passion in our soul, and you're the one I wanna hold. Speak my word, I'll be your moon. Won't let you go way too soon. We got the whole world to rule. We got the whole world to rule. Time is showing us a lesson that I had to learn. Silent, patient, lost a second is a plus. And I wanna keep the sun bright. We water and bloom with time. Don't let it all dry. Don't let the flames die. Don't let it die. We can hold it up. Hold it up. We've been so passion in our soul, and you're the one I wanna hold. Just be my world, I'll be your man. Won't let you go way too soon. We got the whole world to rule. We got the whole world to rule. Whole world to rule. Whole world to rule. We got the whole baby.
And that's Rule from Juliah here on the Mike Wagner Show. And is this your only single that you have right now, or what's your current album right now, including that single?
So that's a single from this whole project that I'm working on. I'm gonna be releasing more and more singles this year. I don't know if it's gonna come up to an EP or to an album. I don't know what's gonna be the final result of those singles together and songs together, but it's definitely an introduction to this new chapter that I like to call that I just came out of. I released an EP in the beginning of 2019, but it was a very raw kind of project. So everything was recorded acoustically, and all the songs were very intimate songs. And I wanted to put out that way just so people could know me in a very intimate and raw kind of way. Then to present them this kind of persona of a character that I have with like Rule. If you watch the music video, there's a whole concept behind it. There's a whole character that I'm building for this new chapter. So it's kind of, I like to say that I'm introducing a new character called the Girl on the Moon. So Rule is the start of this new chapter.
And you also said Rule was at a time that you went through a very bad time in your life, a breakup and everything else. And tell us once again, what inspired you to write the song Rule?
It wasn't a breakup, definitely a talk that I had with someone that kind of gave me the feeling of like, okay, we're letting this die, and we cannot let this die because what we have is very important, and that goes to every area in my life, honestly, even my career. For some moments at that time, I was thinking about like giving up and just going back to my country, and then. But because under the circumstances I was, but then I just decided to don't give up and don't let my flame, my passion for music die because of what I was going through at that moment, and just take that hard moment as a learning and just go on. I think that we all should do that, and that's where Rule came from.
Mm-hmm. You also said in there, too, that you said, quote, music is the humming of the soul, music is art, and art is a representation of my silence. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, I mean, art is expression, right? And music is art, so music is not different. Music is expression of who we are. And I like to use that to say that we are imperfect as humans. We are imperfect. And that was kind of my speech when I was releasing my acoustic EP. And I like to say that on my shows as well, because I want to remind people that we are imperfect and that's okay to be. And that I kind of want to break what the industry preached to us, which is image. And music is not image. Music is music itself, and it's just sell itself without image. And then that's what that whole concept goes around.
So basically, you're looking to just simply say that you want people to listen to your music, not look at you for who you are. That's what it sounds like. Just groundbreaking.
Exactly. Perfect. That's the first goal is that. But my music is also very visual. So when you hear my music, I want you to see what my music. I don't know how I can explain that, but it's kind of like I want you to see what I am seeing when I write the music, or when I write the music, usually I already have something going on in my head, like a music video or something.
Mm-hmm. It almost sounds like Peter Gabriel in a way too. That reminds me, it's like you're getting into his world, his thinking, his mind, and if you see everything like Sledgehammer and and I'm thinking, Shock the Monkey. It's almost like you're going to his world, and his world just kind of going in. That's what it sounds like, just about.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, that's why I say, like, I want you to come a little bit into my work, show you a little bit of my universe, and that's how I connect things. So if you simply go to my page, if you simply see my website, I want you to be interested into what it sounds like. So you go to my aesthetic, and I want you to be interested on how my music connects to that visual, and vice versa.
And what is the website?
It is Juliah.com. So just ITISJULIAH.com.
.com. Okay. All right. We'll talk about your other single, Lust, as well, too. We'll talk about your other goals and what's coming up. You listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website with a break-even budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs at below the competition way. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 10% off your first order. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. You can check our Facebook page at Facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, Radio Public, iTunes, Google Play, Apple, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device and subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on YouTube channel. We're here with singer-songwriter Juliah, who was born and raised in Brazil, and she was based in New York, New Jersey, graduated from Audio Engineering Music Production School, currently in Florida. We listened to her new single, Rule, and talking about the intimacy of music and the whole meaning behind this. And, of course, before we talk about the goals as well, too, you had a first goal, and we'll talk about what you're trying to accomplish, second, third, fourth, and everything. Yeah, a debut single called Lust back in 2018. Tell us more about that. Okay, Juliah with us.
Hi. Hey.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. I think you must have been thinking of another verse while I was, just going on here. Sorry
Maybe,
about that.
Sorry, I was just drifting. No, it just cut off a little bit.
Oh,
Sorry.
That's okay. I'm not going to hold it against you. So you had a song called Lust back in 2018 as a debut single,
Yeah.
and just tell us about that.
Yeah, so that was a fun song. I released in New Year's 2018 to 2019. I had that song in my folder, and I just loved that song, and it was sitting there for about 2 months when I released it. And I released it when I decided to just do a compilation of videos that I shot throughout 2018. So Lust 2018 is kind of like footages of the music video. It's footages of my year. So you have places I went and happy moments and just like memories. And the song is for a special person, and the special person is in the music video. So it was kind of a gift, and at the same time, to me, was just my way of putting memories together and making that forever, I guess.
That is amazing, too. And, of course, you can check that as well, too. And you talked about having goals. You talked about your first goal. And what are the second and third goals that you have, and what's the ultimate goal you're trying to accomplish?
My ultimate goal is just live for music and from music. So everything that I'm doing this year is to get better and better in what I do and reach places with my music that I can't imagine reaching. So doing the things that I can't even think of doing, because music is my passion and music is my life. So that's what I'm going to pursue until the day I die. So this is my ultimate goal for 2020, is just to be heard everywhere in the world and take my stories to everyone and make people feel things, good things. Obviously, I want to take people into this other world and show them things that they never saw, and maybe, doing things for people as well. So making them feel joy, happiness, whatever it is, through my music and through things that I can do once they hear my music.
That is amazing, too. And any plans for a tour in 2020?
At the moment, I'm working on this project that I was telling you about. So I'm really focusing on writing and recording and producing, and meeting people as well to work along with. But I'm planning some shows by June, July for summer, like a small summer tour. But everything is really, it's not really a real plan yet. It's just, I'm just focusing more on the music part.
Mm-hmm. And when can we expect new material to be released by you?
Well, I'm having a music being dropped out this month, in the end of the month, with this DJ in Brazil. He heard my songs and he really loved it. His name is Mojo, which is Mojjo.
Mm-hmm.
So he got one of my verses, he loved it, and then he did this little remix version of it. So I'm releasing that, and then next up we have an acoustic version, and then I have another single dropping by the end of February.
Wow, you've got a busy schedule, a lot of great things ahead of you. I'm so looking forward to it. And who do you consider your biggest influence in career?
I think Lorde. Lorde is a pretty huge influence to me as a persona and as an artist as well, as a songwriter, of course, because her songwriting is crazy, and her whole ideals, and what she tries to go against in the industry as well, breaking rules and all that, and doing things as just a simple girl from New Zealand, and she's out of the radar all the time. She doesn't really care about media and all that, and still she's a great artist, and she kind of proves what I said earlier, which is music is music. You don't need anything else besides that.
That is really something, I'll tell you. And what's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point?
The best advice?
Yes.
Well, I think rule says a lot. I think my best advice is rule. My song rule is things are going to get tough every time, every day. And it's up to us to decide how we take that, if we just keep going or if we let that break us down.
Uh-huh.
So we should just put our heads up and go through fire and flames to achieve whatever we have to.
Mm-hmm. And that's the best rule to follow. I have to say that, the best rule. All right, Julia, I just want to say a big thank you for your time. You've been fantastic. Look forward to having you again soon. And before we go here, tell us about your upcoming projects once again. What's your website? How do people contact you? Where can people purchase or listen to your music?
Awesome. Well, thank you for having me first. This is a great opportunity. I love talking about my passion. And you can find more about me on my website. It is juliah.com. And my Instagram is where I use Instagram more. So that's where I post my pictures, and I do all the design. Everything's very personal there. So you can find me, you can DM me there. You can email me about booking and inquiries. And that's about it. And then my music, it's on every streaming platform. It's on Apple Store. It's on Google Store as well. So you can go. And if you go to my website, there's a music section with links for everything. And then I'm going to be posting exclusive content there and in a video section throughout the year.
That is amazing. Julia, just want to say a big thank you for your time. You've been fantastic. Looking forward to having you on again soon. And do us a favor, keep us up to date.
Thank you. Looking forward to it. Have a great day, night, afternoon.
Thanks for listening to the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, YouTube, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Please support our program with your donations at themikewagnershow.com. Join us again next time for another great episode of The Mike Wagner Show.